Please, if you have any debt whatsoever besides your house, hammer down on that other stuff. Get that done and paid for. Pay as little interest as possible by paying things off sooner. Once you are totally debt-free, then you'll work on your house. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I have actually had several people message me and ask me about Dave Ramsey's Financial Peace book and my opinion on that, as well as my opinion on his 7 baby steps to success. I'm discussing that today. As always, I have all the scoop for you. I think that Dave Ramsey puts out a lot of really great information. I'm very happy for him and proud of him, of what he has built and how many lives that he has impacted. As with everything, I have an opinion. But aside from that, and more seriously, there's always pros and cons to everything. Even the smartest people ever, they have some things that they think is great and other people don't necessarily think is great. So I just thought I would just give you my 2 cents on everything with regard to his 7 baby steps and a few little things on his Financial Peace book. Before I dive into the step-by-step, just a couple of the overview things. One of his main philosophies of get out of debt and stay out of debt, I could not agree more. It is amazing and it's phenomenal. Just puts you in such a great place. It sets you up for success. It sets you up for not having to work for the rest of your life and actually looking forward to retirement. When you are out of debt and staying out of debt, let's be honest, you have better relationships. You have less stress in your life. You have a better relationship with your partner when there's not money problems. I definitely agree with his philosophy of get out of debt and stay out of debt. His philosophy as far as keep it simple, I could not agree more. Could not agree more. I sometimes find myself overcomplicating things and I'm constantly having to come back and go, how do I simplify this? How do I simplify it? There are so many people out there, if there's a step 1 from point A to B, they'll take 3 steps to get there. Time is money, time is valuable. We don't have enough time in our lives, let's face that truth. And time is flying by like we would not believe. Why not save every moment that you can, and why not try to keep things simple? Why not find the simplest way or method to do things? I love that philosophy. Something, and I've heard him say different things on this, as far as my understanding when he says, get rid of credit cards. I disagree. But you have to be responsible and you have to be diligent. If you know for a fact that you cannot refrain from maxing those cards out and shopping and just being silly, then fine, get rid of them and cut them up. If you can be diligent and you can be responsible, you can really use these as an amazing tool. If my credit card starts with a 0 balance and I make charges in a month, I get the statement in from that statement period. I pay those charges in full. I actually do not pay interest. So for that 30 days, my money's set in the bank making me money. I used their money and I paid them no interest. The second that I charge $1,000 in that month, that statement comes in, I could pay $990 and only leave a $10 balance. And guess what? Not only am I paying interest, but I'm paying interest on the entire $1,000. Yes, that is where you get yourself in trouble. Building those balances, not paying them off completely. Now you're paying interest. Now before you know it, it's interest on interest on interest, and it's a nightmare. You have to use them the right way in order to have credit cards. My philosophy is not get rid of all credit cards. Mine is, if you are not a business owner, get 1 credit card. Get a decent limit. You have it for emergencies. Only use it when you need to use it, or if you know without a doubt, no matter what happens in life, you're paying that balance off in full when that statement comes in. Here's the double bonus. Now people are giving you points and credits. My card with American Express, I pay my bill off every single month and I get all kind of points I can use through PayPal, I can use through Amazon, and now I'm getting free things. Now I took my money and let it make me money. I used their money for 30 days. I paid it in full, and then they gave me tips and bonuses and credits to use. So now I actually made money on my money and I made money on their money. That is how you work with credit cards. What about his 7 baby steps? Step number 1 is just start really, really simple and save $1,000. I agree with this. If you found yourself in debt and you're having a situation, or maybe you're not in horrible debt, but you want to buy a house soon, yes, start very simple and at least save yourself $1,000 if you haven't done that yet. If you already have your 1,000, set your goal, set your sights, and pick an amount and save that up, and then move to step 2. But if we're keeping it really, really simple and you've got nothing saved, yes, let's start with that $1,000. Got to start somewhere. His baby step number 2, pay off everything that you owe and then pay off your house last. I 100% agree. I tell people this all the time. Sometimes people come to me, they want to put $40,000 down on a house and they have a ton of debt. So I will educate them on my opinion of maybe they should reduce some debt, put a little less down on the house, and I'll show them the numbers and we'll see if that makes sense for them. And a lot of times it does put people in a better financial situation. That's case by case. Make sure you talk with your loan officer on that. But I agree, you want to pay everything off and then start paying off your house. Here's what I mean by that. Let's say that you had something happen, okay? And you maybe have a house already and you have a lot of equity in the house, maybe even a little equity in the house. Something happened, you had to take out this loan. It's a crappy interest rate of 10%. It's a few $1,000s and you've got a payment that's a few $100s a month. Now you're going to sell your house, and in your mind you're thinking, I'm going to take all my money from this house and I'm putting it all into the next house. Well, what if that next house is a 3% interest rate? And what if that, let's just go with $10,000, that $10,000 in this example would save you $60 a month on your mortgage. That same $10,000 might pay off that high interest loan. That might be a several $100 a month payment. If you're using $10,000, would you rather save several hundreds a month or save $60 a month? That's number 1. But number 2, your mortgage is tax deductible interest. And I promise you those loans that you have or credit cards are most likely not tax deductible interest. So now you have a double positive, if you will, because you're saving more money per month using the same amount of money by reducing debt the smart way, and you're putting yourself into a better tax advantage as well. Please, if you have any debt whatsoever besides your house, hammer down on that other stuff. Get that done and paid for. Pay as little interest as possible by paying things off sooner. Once you are totally debt-free, then you'll work on your house. Number 3, he talks about save a 3 to 6 month cushion. Absolutely 100%. And if you can save 12 months, save 12 months. Save as much of a cushion as you can. Right now, it's 2020. I don't know about you, but nothing I ever imagined could have happened has happened, right? And there's a multitude of examples of this for 2020. There is nothing wrong with having the comfort of knowing that if something happens to you or your significant other, that you have 3 to 6 months reserves in the bank. You are in a lot better shape than other people if you do. And if you lose your job and you have to go look for another one, that's a lot less pressure on a person than if you have 1 month reserve or no reserves. Yes, a minimum of 3 to 6 months reserves, and honestly, the more, the better. Just keep socking it away and have as much reserves as you possibly can. Definitely a 3 to 6 month minimum. Number 4, he says invest 15% in retirement. And I don't disagree with this at all. I honestly think that every person should be saving for their retirement. It doesn't matter if you're 18 years old and you've started your job and they offer a retirement program, especially if they give matches. You're throwing money away by not contributing. Even if you can make the smallest contribution, you need to do that because the money compounds and compounds and compounds over the years. Something is absolutely better than nothing. 15% is a great rule of thumb. That's what he says. I like to say at least 20% if you can afford it. But however that percentage falls out, I believe if you have a 401k at your company and they offer you a match, that you should max out the contribution every single year. I think this year that's $18,500. It's pre-tax. That is a lot of money per month. Yes, it's going to depend on your income. If it were me, I would hit at least the 15% savings. And if I could do more, I would absolutely max out my 401k contributions. That's allowable each and every year. Number five, save for your children's college fund. I'm going to speak from personal experience, and I'm going through it right now. I am the type of person that I am a planner. Yes, I have my moments of spontaneity, but I am a planner for the long term. I always knew I wanted to have either one child or no children, and I did end up with one child. I waited to have that child because in my mind, if I was going to have a child, I had to commit that I'm going to have to pay for this person for 18 to 20 something years. This person is going to get married and will probably need some money from me. This person is going to want to buy a house and is going to need some money from me as their parent to some extent. And this person might be going to college, and there's a chance that they will and there's a chance that they won't. But if my child is going to go to college and I know there's a great chance of that, why am I going to wait until college age to think about it? I waited a little longer to have a child, and then I started saving for college from the get-go because I knew these things were coming, just like Christmas every single year. We know it comes, right? So you want to try to plan the best you can for that and not let it just like, oh, it's here and I have no money saved for that. So for him to say save for college, yes. As a loan officer, I can't tell you how many times I'm financing people's houses because they need to pull money out to help their child go through college. You're gonna do it and it's amazing to help your child, don't get me wrong, but most of these people they're older and they have these homes, they have equity, they're having to pull out the equity. Just plan for it. It's a lot easier to even start with $20 a week when your child is born than to blink and they're going to college, which I can say right now that is absolutely how it happens. Blink and they're about to go to college. And don't let that happen to you. And then suddenly you need all this money that you have not prepared for. You're having a child, you know this is a possibility, maybe you're having multiple children. You've got to plan for that. And again, every little baby bit helps, even if it's $20 a week, $10 a week. If you can afford $1 a week, it's based on your budget. But yes, I agree with Dave Ramsey. The next step in this process is to make sure you're saving for the college fund. Okay, his number 6 step of number 7. I have to tell you, I get excited about this because I think it's weird and I don't know, it has something to do with growing up and I guess things that I overheard my family say, I don't know. I think I'm like one of the only loan officers, most likely, because it's contradictory and kind of weird, that gets elated when people can pay off their houses. Like, paying off your house is like, oh my God, I've made it to the summit. Pardon my French, but hell yeah, I'm here. It is amazing. I love to hear people do that, see people do that. It makes me so happy. And Dave's step number 6 is pay off your house. You have no debt. You've been really responsible at this point. You have your credit cards. You're using their money while you make money on your money, and then you earn points and get free stuff from them by doing the right method of using their credit cards. You've been saving for retirement. You've saved for the college fund, you've paid off all the debt besides the house, and now it's time to knock out that house note. How amazing is that? Last but not least, his baby step number 7, build wealth and give. I love it. I absolutely love it. Here's the thing. Some people think negatively about money. Some people think money is the root of evil. You've heard lots of ridiculous stories. It's ridiculous stories, by the way. And what money does is it allows you to live comfortably. It allows you to potentially have less stress if you don't have money issues. You are not exuding negative energy because you're so tensed and stressed because you haven't gotten yourself into this negative financial situation. You can help your friends and family. You can help other people. It's fantastic the things that you can do when you have money and you have wealth and you have the ability to help others. I've always lived my life with the philosophy of give any time that you can give. It's just phenomenal. It's just a feeling that I cannot explain to you, to help someone to have a home to live in, or help someone with groceries or childcare, or you name it, right? Once you have followed these steps and you have built wealth, you were able to give. And I hope that you've been giving through the whole time. Don't get me wrong, because honestly, even if it's $3 a month to buy somebody's coffee in line behind you, that's the kind of world that we need to live in. We need to give. We need to pay it forward. It feels great. It makes the people that are receiving it feel great. It's a gift to be able to gift, and it is amazing to be able to receive. I try to find the positive in everything. I 100% believe that your perception is absolutely, without a doubt, your reality. And if you can be calm and patient and non-stressful and have your, pardon my French again, have your shit together, then you can help other people get their shit together. We are all in this. We are all energetically connected. If I feel negative or hatred or anger or stress, you don't even have to talk to me. You can feel that when I walk in a room. Just like you know that when someone walks in a room that just makes you feel phenomenal just in their presence, that's great. And that makes the world better, and it makes the world go round. But I think the book Financial Peace and I think the 7 baby steps are a really good foundation. It's making a positive impact to the so many families that he has helped. I want to continue to educate people just like he's educated people. And no matter who you watch, what you learn, what you read, it's about what you do, what you apply, and what you choose. I take pieces and parts for what works best for me, because I don't think everything works for everybody. As long as you do what works best for you, makes you comfortable, makes you feel accomplished, makes you a better person, and makes you exude happiness and joy and sharing and giving, that's more what we need in the world. Thank you for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, why not? Go ahead and do it. What's it gonna hurt? Seriously though, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit the bell to be notified. Please do share these videos and the channel with your friends and family to help me spread my mission of mortgage peace. And since you're here with me today and you're visiting anyway, stay a little longer. Check out some of these other videos. I'll drop some links up here.